afternoon. I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Former Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre insists that he did not coerce former Bucor Chief Rafael Ragos to testify against former Senator Laila de Lima. Aguirre said that a video taken by the Public Attorney's Office showed that Ragos testified voluntarily against de Lima. The former DOJ Secretary said that he is willing to present this video if summoned by the court. Ragos was recently allowed to formally recant his allegations against the detained senator. In his new testimony, Ragos claimed that Aguirre was present at the meetings where he corroborated the drug allegations against de Lima. Moving on to the economy, inflation accelerated to 7.7% in October, the highest in almost 14 years. Statistician Dennis Mapa said that the heavily weighted food basket drove the uptick in inflation last month. Fare hikes from back-to-back increases in fuel prices also contributed to the October print.
The last highest was December 2008, 7.8%. Of course, 2008 is the year of the global financial crisis. No, yung situation right now sa October, particularly itong inflation natin, ang malaking push talaga ay yung food inflation.
But one economist says that inflation has not yet peaked. Alvin Ang told Business World Live that inflation figures in the coming months could likely reflect the impact from recent typhoons.
We really have not yet felt the full impact, for example, of this recent typhoon, and then the continuing food supply problems all over the world. I mean, so that really tells us that this is not yet the peak.
And thousands of high-earning Filipino seafarers in Europe are said to be at risk of losing their jobs because of the poor quality training in the maritime industry. Gerard de la Peña with the details.
It took Juldran 5 months to land an entry-level post in a foreign shipping company. He also shelled out more than 100,000 pesos to attend trainings and expedite requirements.
Yung mga international ngayon, sir, pahirapan po talaga. Ang una, age limit, sir. Tapos, yung mga training din po, sir, ang mamahal na. Meron din naman pong mga training na hindi naman po kailangan sa ibang sa kumpanya. Pinapakuha po ng marina, kaya ngayon magastos po.
But based on the 2020 audit conducted by the European Maritime Safety Agency, or EMSA, the Philippines fell short of the standard set by the European Commission. Included in the grievances brought up was the quality of training that Filipino seafarers get.
Merong mga issue about hindi nagagamit yung mga tamang equipment, no? Hindi nagkakaroon ng tamang onboard training, no? And hindi na monitor yung mga training programs, no? ng various schools.
If the EMSA decides to reject the licenses of Filipino seafarers, it would be much more difficult to secure jobs.
Mas kawawa kami mga seaman. Natural, mawawala kami ng trabaho.
But the Transportation Department and the Maritime Industry Authority, or Marina, clarified that the Philippines did not fail the audit. Authorities said they have already submitted proof of compliance over the grievances that EMSA mentioned.
Hindi po namin talaga malaman kung saan po nanggagaling yung mga balita na mayroon ng desisyon at negative na ang finding sa atin. Madami pong deficiencies pero madami na din po tayong mga reformang ginawa at hindi pa po tayo nababa ng European Commission.
There is an estimated 600,000 Filipino seafarers worldwide, 50,000 of which are based in Europe. Sea-based OFWs are also responsible for bringing home $4.3 billion from January to August. Authorities said that they continue to adhere to global standards to ensure that Filipino seafarers remain employable.
Kami po dito sa Marina, isinasaayos po namin ang lahat para po may compliance tayo.
EMSA's decision, based on the compliance submitted by the Philippine government, is expected to come out sometime in June next year. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Authorities are set to wrap up the probe into the death of June Villamor, the alleged middleman in Percy Lapid's murder. Percy Lapid's brother, Roy Mabasa, told 1PH that charges related to Villamor's death are expected to be filed first. He explained that Villamor was most likely killed to prevent him from exposing the mastermind in Lapid's murder. Meanwhile, Mabasa said the investigation into Lapid's death will continue as authorities seek to further solidify the case.
Yung kay Percy, madidelay lang ng konti dahil meron pa silang inaantay ng mga pag-iimbestiga o pagtatanong para mabuo din ng gusto. Gusto nilang palakasin yung kay Percy bago nila isampa itong kaso.
And the Social Welfare Department has relieved regional officials in Calabarzon after the chaotic distribution of relief and financial aid in Cavite. Jenny Dongon with the report.
The town of Noveleta in Cavite is among the worst hit areas by severe tropical storm Paeng. Earlier this week, the Social Welfare Department led a distribution of relief items and cash aid in Barangay San Jose. Even President Bongbong Marcos was present in the event. Residents flocked to the barangay hall hoping to get immediate cash assistance. They were told to bring photocopies of their IDs.
Nung nakapila na kami, binigyan kami ng stab isa-isa. Yung pinakahuli na kami pila, kaya nung nakatanggap kami ng ayuda, wala na yung cash, wala na yung timba na ewan kung anong laman nun. Mga sabon yun, sabon. Tapos ang nakuha na lang namin yung kahon-kahon. Inabot kami ng alas 7 ng gabi sa pilahan, tapos ang makuha lang namin yung ganun lang.
ID lang daw, ID. Bago pa Xerox yun. Bago dinala ko sa kanila. Na-repair naman ako nila. Kasi hindi ko naman masyado. Sila na assist ng requirements ko para kasi hindi na masyado ako makasulat eh.
In an interview with News 5, Noveleta Mayor Dino Chua questioned the lengthy distribution process. Aside from photocopies of their IDs, beneficiaries are also required to have a barangay clearance and a certificate of indigence. Chua appealed to the DSWD to loosen up the requirements.
Paano magkakaroon ng Xerox po ang mga tao? Yung damit nga nila, hindi nila nasalpa sa bahay. Yung Xerox pa ba? Yung barangay hall nga mismo, binaha po Nalubog po yung mga computer. Paano po makapag-issue ng barangay clearance at indigency sa mga tao?
According to the LGU, less than 200 people out of 11,000 affected residents received cash aid. The local government also had to shoulder additional supply of food packs since the ones provided by the DSWD were inadequate. DSWD Secretary Erwin Tulfo said they received word that the relief packs in Noveleta were enough.
Somewhere along the line, meron mga nagsisinungaling ho sa akin. Ngayon, kung tao ko ho yan, kung pinapanindigan niyo ho yan, sir, na kulang yung dala namin, then may mga marirelieve po na tao ho ngayon sa DSWD.
Because of the problems in the relief distribution, the regional and assistant regional directors of the DSWD office in Calabarzon have been relieved. Secretary Tulfo has also apologized over the incident. For News 5, Jenny Dongon, PR1 News.
And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. At least 8 people were injured after fireworks went off in a factory in Santa Maria, Bulacan. 4 of the victims, including the owner of the fireworks factory, sustained serious injuries. 4 houses were also damaged from the blast. The death toll from severe tropical storm Paeng is now up to 154. The damage to agriculture is estimated at 2.7 billion pesos, while damage to infrastructure is pegged at 2.9 billion pesos. The National Police Force is preparing for the holiday season. The PNP said 85% of their personnel will be deployed to shopping malls, parks, and other public areas. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.